Hello, we're going to talk now about the color palette. When I open the show, up on the left-hand side here, you'll see the color palette. The color palette adds a way to change the color to fit your tastes and needs. There are 4 different color palettes available. By default, the first is the traditional CalChart colors, and the others can be modified. I like the default colors, but let's show how you can tweak them a little bit to fit your needs. First of all, I'm going to create a new one. I do so by choosing one of the blank color palettes. I double click on it and it brings up the color setup. So right here I see a little preview of what it will look like when I will make my changes. So first of all, I just want to do some small edits here. So let me go ahead and choose which detail I'd like to change. I'm going to change the field color. I'm going to change the color to be just a little bit lighter here. I'm going to go with fern. That's a little easier on the eyes. And you know what? I think the field detail, the lines, they should be changed too. So I'm going to change the color a little softer gray here. And I'm also going to increase the width of the lines so I can see them easier on this background. That looks pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a specific color so I can find it distinctly in there. Let's go with that fern color again there. Great. And I'm going to call this light. Cool. I say OK here. And now I'll note that I have this color choice when I do it. I can go back and switch between these 2 palettes pretty easily. That's pretty good. I can see that it's kept the name. Great. So one nice thing about this is if you've spent a lot of time on your color and you would like to share it, it's pretty easy to do. You can export and import color palettes pretty easily. So let me go over here and show how I can do that. First of all, I've chosen my light color here and I'm going to export it. I say export and I can say this is light. And I can save it. And that creates a file, as you see over here, that can be shared with people. All right, well, I also received this radical new color from a friend of mine. So let me go and choose a color palette to import that to. All right, so I go and I click the import button, and then I choose that color palette. Whoa, it's a little different. Well, let's give it a go. I say OK. And so, I mean, it's interesting. Not sure I could do a lot of work in this, but you know, maybe that works for your needs. So that is how you can adjust colors on CalChart. If you like the traditional color, you can go with it, but if you want to change things, then change it. Now it should be noted, if for whatever reason you determine you don't like this color and you want it to go back to normal, you can always go back here and you can always say reset. Reset will reset all of that back to its normal sort of configuration. But be aware, once you've reset it, you've lost it. So take extra care when you press the reset button.